New to sporting clays and a lot of information out there, a lot of people telling you a bunch of different things and you don't know what to do first. So let's go over it. Let's talk shotguns. So you're new to sporting clays and you want to start, and you have heard that you have to buy this gun, start with that gun or the other gun, or because of this, because of that, because of a million things. Then you also have heard, make sure you get fitted, make sure sometimes you get a custom stock. The gun has to be fitted custom to you because you're built differently. So here's how I start all my new shooters that come see me. First rule, spend the least amount of money on a good gun. Meaning, get a good gun, but don't go crazy spending $5, $6, $7, $8, $10, $15, $20,000 on your new gun. Here's why. When you start clays, you have to develop your style. You have to develop the way you're gonna shoot, the weight of your gun. You're gonna figure it out what you like, what you don't like. So the first thing you have to find out is we have to learn what we don't know. And because you're fresh, you don't know what you don't know, right? So first thing is select a good gun. Here are 3 guns that I always start people with for this 2025 now with the 688 being added to it. So let's start from fresh. Beretta A400 XL, proven gun, it's been around forever. Beretta team shooters shoot the A400, so it's a fantastic gun. It is a lighter gun. It is a lot less recoil gun than an over-under will be. Now, it does have buttons that you have to press, it does have a specific way to load, and it takes more cleaning. It's a give and a take. Recoils less and it's lighter, which is easier when you're starting, but it's a more upkeep overall on a daily basis. Then we move on to over-unders. You have the Beretta 688, which we saw the other video. Fantastic gun for somebody that's starting out, even for somebody that's coming from a Silver Pigeon 1, is a great gun. Good weight, not too heavy, but it is a heavier gun. Great weight, Beretta. And you do have different options, 30, 32 inch, right or left-handed, where on this A400, always right-hand ejection. The shims will allow you to switch it around, but it is right-hand ejection, where over-unders you're gonna have the choice of right or left-handed with not an ejection of the shell across your face. Barely noticeable, but there. Then you go to Berezini BR110 Sporter. You have 30, 32 inch, right or left-handed, variety of different ribs to choose from. If you want to know more about each one of these guns, go to the other videos, watch those, and figure out which one you like. This video is a step for you that's starting. So you have these 3 options here. Up to the most expensive are these 2 at right about 3,600 bucks. I wouldn't recommend spending any more money, because within a year, if you are constantly shooting, meaning once a week, which is pretty normal, you're gonna either continue to like the gun or not like the gun at all. Because it's your first gun, you're gonna figure out what you like, what you don't like. So the thing to do is get a good gun, which either one of these 3 are. Are not as expensive as other guns are from the same manufacturers, and will allow you to carry you through your beginning stages to as you progress and get better. Then, only then, once you figure it out what you like and what you don't like about whatever gun you chose, then you're going to be able to make an informed decision when you go get your next gun. So for me, as a salesperson, makes my life easier. I'm not guessing anymore. If you come up to me and say, love the A400, but it is too light. Great, let's figure out something other way. Love the 688, but the muzzle is whippy. Great, let's find something else. Love the BR110, but the barrel's a bit too heavy. You're gonna find out what you like, what you don't like. You're gonna continue to shoot your buddy's gun. You're gonna try different guns and only then go for the nicest gun you can afford or you like to buy. That's the gun. Let's talk about the fitting. Fitting can only be done with a proper mount. When people come to our shop, I am able to work with you and give you a bunch of pointers and break down the mount for you. If you can't go to a shop where people teach you how to mount, then you're gonna have to watch videos and figure it out how to do it yourself. There is videos on my channel. There are other videos on other channel that will teach you how to properly mount a gun. After you learn how to mount, you're gonna then develop your style that comes from the mount, but is a slight variation to your body position where you are comfortable with. Only then a proper fitting can be done. But Pedro, I'm 5'4" and these guns are built somebody 5'10". Yes, the length of pole here in person, it is something that we will adjust. If it is severely wrong or misproportioned to your body size, we will fix it. But until you learn how to properly engage, we're about 70 to 80% correct. We're not 100% correct because we don't know where you're gonna land. So yes, length of pole is something that will always change if it is absolutely necessary. If you are about a 1/4 inch more or less, let it be. You're better off just going out, having fun and shooting, and then doing a true fitting a few months that you have used this gun. That way we can do a better fitting. Now, other point for brand new shooters, adjustable comb. I think every new shooter should get an adjustable comb, point blank. Coming from a person that always now needs an adjustable comb and shot TSKs before. Why do I think that? Because as you learn how to mount, your head position will change constantly. So in the beginning, you're trying to line up those beads, for example. Towards the end, the gun should be lining up automatically for you without you rotating your head left or right? Adjustable comb won't allow the gun to get lower, which is, right? There's no way to get lower, it will stop at the wood, but it will allow the gun stock to the comb to go higher. You allow it to go to the left, you will allow it to go to the right. So making sure that having an adjustable comb might be the way to go for you, because you can adjust your face position. You can go to a gun fitter. A gun fitter can tweak it a little bit. Things that we normally do to shooters that have been shooting for a while, if they need more cast, we can shave the stock, we can bend the stock. But once it's done, it's done. On a new shooter, because you are going to change, the adjustable comb will continue to change with you as you progress and get better. The point there though is, do not get an adjustable comb and every single weekend you go out there to shoot, tweak it. It takes hundreds of rounds to find out if you're shooting straight or not if you're a new shooter. And if you're not even a new shooter, but you're evolving on your trajectory to getting better still, you still take hundreds of rounds to figure out how much better you're shooting. Not because you go on the pattern board one day might be enough. You gotta shoot and shoot and shoot. So rules for me are on new shooters that I try to follow. Get a good gun, spend the least amount of money possible. Get a gun with an adjustable comb. Practice your mount all the time, every day, until your mount's consistent. It is better to have a not great but consistent mount to not have a every once in a while you have a good mount. At the very least, be consistent, because that way we can tell what changes to make. Now, the last part of buying a gun, which gun, how much time, how much money, is when you do get your new gun. The reason I tell people don't spend a bunch of money on your gun is I want you to spend the money on clays. Go out and shoot. There is no way to learn how to shoot clays efficiently without shooting clays. You gotta shoot it. So instead of spending 10 grand on a gun, if you can afford 10 grand, great. If it's nothing for you, great. But if you're trying to stretch to get a very good gun like a DT11 or a Zoli, bring it back a little. Go to one of these three, and the other 7 grand you want to spend, go out and spend it all on clays. Shoot as many clays as you can. You're going to see how much better you're going to be than just buying a top-of-the-line gun from the beginning, which won't serve you really well. Now, competition guns for brand new shooters, another point is they are bigger, heavier, and stiffer. It is not natural for us to hold an 8-9 pound object on this position. Grab a gallon of milk and try to hold it steady like this. It is not natural. So you're gonna develop the muscles to be able to hold your gun in the proper position. Lighter guns are easier to do. We don't go too light, especially on over-unders, because you're quickly gonna develop those muscles and they might become too light and whippy. So the point of this video is find a gun that you like. Don't spend the most amount of money. Spend the least amount of money on a very good gun. Spend all your money on shells and clays, because that's how you're going to get better. practice your mount. A few months after you have done all of these things, go back to your gun fitter and say, I am ready for a fitting, because that's how we're gonna get the most out of your fitting, how you're gonna be to get the most out of your money spent on the changes that we're gonna do on the stock. Hopefully it helps you out, that you're trying to start on clays and you're getting a lot of information, has clarified a little bit. Don't go deep into the rabbit holes that you're gonna see, because opinions, everybody has theirs and everybody has the right to voice them. We'll start very small and learn as you go. Don't try to learn all at once. Thank you.